at me now, I am so fabulous, shining so brightly in the sky. Oh, no, I wasn't singing, guys. Me? No, I don't like to sing. I'm a manly man, you know. Nico, Nico, nee. Hey guys, the Black Critter Guy here to review one of my most highly requested anime in every sense of the word, and that is Love Live! School Idol Project! And don't worry guys, that's the last time you're gonna hear me sing in this video. Now, Love Live! School Idol Project takes place in an all-girls high school and follows Honoka, a very passionate girl who is devastated to hear that her school is facing shutdown due to its low student entry. In an effort to save the school from shutting down, she comes up with the idea of forming a school idol group, which is very popular at the moment, with her two best friends and 6 other girls that will later be called Muse. From there, the idol group Muse works to get recognition for both the school and themselves, as well as work their way to the top in order to participate in Love Live, which is this nationwide competition for school idol groups. Now, I have heard of the anime Love Live for quite some time now, and that's mainly due to the fact that it was constantly recommended to me by one of my faithful subscribers, Otaku with Glasses. Like, he would constantly comment on like my YouTube videos or my Facebook page, or even message me saying, "Please, Tony, watch Love Live. Please, check out Love Live. Please, review Love Live. It's one of my favorite animes of all time. Please, you gotta see it, you gotta see it, you gotta see it." And I'm like, dude, calm down. If I have the time, I will add it to the list and try to see it soon. But since a majority of you voted for this anime to be the first anime I review for November, I can clearly see that there is a huge demand for me to review Love Live, and it's not just from Otaku with Glasses. So I finally saw both seasons 1 and 2 of this anime, and I gotta say that I really enjoyed watching this anime. First things first, and you guys probably saw this coming, the animation is so lovely, serene, and lively. There are so many beautiful shots in this anime that make me go, oh my god, I just want to shed a tear at how beautiful this scene looks right now. And there are some solid character designs for all the characters. Every single one of the characters in this anime, they are just freaking adorable and cute. Like, I just want to just pinch them on the cheeks, kind of like, oh, you're so cute. Yeah, I'm gonna have to add that to the list of creepy things I should not say in reviews, and done. But as much as the animation is solid in the anime, I do have one small nitpick with it, and that was the constant switch between 2D and 3D, particularly during the dance sequences. Like, it was very noticeable. Like, they'll start off showing the characters in 2D, and all of a sudden there's another shot, but they're in 3D now. And I understand why they did this. There's more fluidity for dancing in 3D models than in 2D. It's much more rigid and harder to do. But it was just a little annoying. But luckily it doesn't happen very often. It only happens during the dance sequences, so I let that one go as just a little nitpick. The story, just like the animation, is also very solid and enjoyable, following a group of 9 girls as they struggle to save their school from being shut down and also trying to get publicity for their idol group. And probably, in my personal opinion, the most interesting facet about the story in this anime, particularly in the first season, and one that I truly loved, was how they showed the hardships they went through to get their idol group off the ground. I mean, they met with many roadblocks, many failures, many adversities. I mean, it was so difficult to get their group started. There was this one scene in the first season that really stood out to me and just hit me so hard in my heart. It almost made me tear up. And that was actually Muse's first performance to a crowd. That scene, oh my god, I was heartbroken at this scene. It really hit me, and just the reaction on the character's face. It was really difficult to watch this scene because I felt every emotion that the characters were feeling at that very moment. It was heartbreaking. I also enjoyed many of the characters' backstories. I found them very interesting and extremely insightful. And the last thing that I really liked about this anime, and is the true heart, the core of this anime, is its characters. I found all the characters extremely likable. From the main characters to the supporting characters to the other idol group Arise to Honoka's father, who is barely seen in this anime and doesn't say a single line of dialogue, but every scene that he's in, I kind of chuckle, I laugh, I smile, I kind of tear up too, because seeing him kind of tear up at his daughter's performance makes me say, like, only true men cry true tears. I enjoyed all the characters. And going back to our 9 main characters, I truly appreciated how the anime fully develops each and every one of the members of Muse, giving them their own story, giving them enough focus and attention, making them fully developed and realized, and forming strong bonds between them. I felt like they all were true friends. Like they were all supportive, they taunt each other, they loved each other. I felt a strong bond between them, and that is why I feel like this is the core of the anime. We're supposed to be attached to these characters. We're supposed to feel like they have a strong bond, and the anime does an extremely good job at portraying this. But even though I enjoyed and appreciated each and every member of Muse, each one of them having their own unique personality, there were 3 members of the group that really stood out to me, and that was Honoka, Nozomi, and of course, Nico Nico Ni! Honoka is a very passionate character. Probably one of the most passionate characters I've seen in an anime all year. Full of determination and charisma that makes her a born leader. Like, you just want to follow this girl to the ends of the earth. You want to see what she's gonna do next. I really respect and admire the fortitude of this character. She is a resilient leader. Not to mention, she is extremely likable to a fault. It's really hard to come up with anything to really hate about her. Next, we got Nico-chan, or should I say, Nico Nico Ni! I bet a lot of you are really getting annoyed by that, huh? This character always had me smiling. With her very cutesy nature and abrasive and blunt attitude, she is probably the most funniest and entertaining member of Muse. And the last of the 3 that really stood out to me was Nozomi, which was an unintentional rhyme right there, but she is the most supportive member of Muse. Always there to lend a helping hand, kind of standing in the background seeing everything unfold. She always gives very insightful talks to each and every one of the characters, always supportive. I just love this girl. She really gives off this very motherly vibe throughout the entire anime. Almost like each and every member of Muse is like her children, and she's just watching over them and making sure they're all doing very well. I like her a lot. And she also has this thing where she likes to grab on the character's boobs and just play around with it. I thought that was hilarious and so out of left field with that character. I would have never expected that. Not only that, but she has probably one of the funniest deliveries in the entire anime, and I believe it was the 2nd episode where she's like, "The cards told me so." And then she opens a window and the gust of wind comes in and blows the card and it hits the wall. She's like, "The card told me so." Now this next thing that I'm about to bring up is neither a pro nor a con. It's more or less a hit and miss for me. Sometimes I liked it and sometimes I was like, meh. And that is actually the music of the anime. There were times where I did enjoy some of the songs, some of the renditions that they did, and other times I was just like, yeah, this song's not doing it for me. It's kind of boring, forgettable. I don't want to hear it. Which is really sad to say, considering one of the core elements of this anime is its music. To say that the songs were not memorable or catchy whatsoever, that's kind of a disappointment. And as much as I did enjoy many aspects of this anime, I do have a couple problems with it. The first problem that I had with this anime, and I consider this a huge problem and such a wasted opportunity, was the cop-out ending for both seasons. Now, I can't go into full detail as to what occurs at the end of seasons 1 and 2 in the anime without giving away major spoilers, But to give you a vague sense as to what happened, at the end of season 1, one of the characters is faced with a very difficult choice they have to make. And the choice that they end up making, I felt like was an extreme cop-out and really a wasted opportunity, because it could have been something really emotional and something that is very realistic, something that we all would have to face at one time or another. But they decide, nope, we're just gonna have the character choose this path and everything's gonna be fine. Again, I don't have any problems with happy endings, but in this sense, it would have been more emotional and have a better payoff and be more interesting if they took the other path instead of the path that they ended up taking. Again, sorry for the vagueness, but I don't want to spoil it for you. And a somewhat similar situation happens at the end of season 2, but instead of the characters having to make a choice, it's kind of inevitable. They have to make this choice because it's part of life. That's what you gotta do. But something happens at the end of season 2 to where they all kind of gotta be together again. It's never really explained what happens. They're making a movie, so I'm guessing they're gonna explain it in the movie, but I just felt like, again, a huge cop-out and a wasted opportunity. I mean, it could have been more emotional. It could have been more deeper, more realistic if they took that direction instead of taking the cop-out direction again. I mean, it's bad enough you gave us one cop-out ending, but to give us two? Two? That is a spit in the face. Not to mention, especially in season 2, that they were building up to this particular moment at the end of the season to have that emotional impact on you, to leave you tearing, but also hopeful for the future. But by doing that cop-out ending, you negated all of that emotional buildup that came before. Because guess what? There was no payoff for that emotional buildup. Another major problem that I had with this anime was that some of the story elements were either not fully explored, completely dropped, or just like the drama in the first episode of the second season, completely unnecessary. The few story elements I felt lacked further exploration or were completely dropped were Aries' ballet passions, Maki's future in medicine, and Nico's past idol group. Especially with Maki. They bring it up one time, just one time in the anime, and it's very brief. You learn that her family owns a hospital, and she makes mention that it'll soon be inherited by her, which means she's gonna go into the medical field, but you never hear it brought up ever again. Sure, you know that they're freaking rich as hell, and it makes sense because they're doctors and they own their own hospital. Of course, they'd be rich as hell, but I would have loved to know more of whether or not Maki wanted to be a doctor, or does she want to chase a passion in music? I mean, we already know she loves music, but does she want to be a doctor? This is an interesting conflict that is never brought up in the entire anime. Wasted. The next issue that I had, this one really irritated me, like it irked me so much, and that's the fact that they don't show some of the most important and crucial events to their fullest. They'll show us little snippets, little snapshots, and that's it. And I hated that because they kept building up to this moment. This was a crucial moment, and we only get to see it for a brief moment. We don't even get to see the outcome. That was another problem. I'm like, okay, did they win? Did they lose? Well, what's going on? In the next episode, you find out whether or not they won or they lost. And I'm like, why not show it at the end of the episode? Why not actually show them their competition? Which brings me to my next and final problem. And that is the lack of any other school idol groups in the entire anime besides Arise. And I understand, Arise is the main competitor. They're the biggest school idol group. They're the ones that they look up to and they aspire to be like. But it would have been nice to see all the other school idol groups that were mentioned as part of Love Live, or all the other groups that they challenge. It would have been nice to see some diversity, some unique and creative school idol groups besides Arise and Muse. It would have been nice, and the fact that they don't show that is kind of disheartening. But even with all those problems, I still overall enjoyed watching Love Live. The characters are cute and likable, they had strong bonds, the story was interesting, the animation was very solid, and there were some catchy musical numbers here and there. And that's why I'm gonna give this anime a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I think that it is an enjoyable anime, and if you're a fan of very cutesy moe type animes or ones that focuses on school idol groups or even idol groups in general, I say give it a watch. You may enjoy it even more than I did. But anyway, what did you guys think about this anime? Did you really love it? Did you really enjoy it? Or did you find it really dull and boring and you really didn't get into it? And let me know, what is your favorite anime that focuses on a school idol group or singing in any way, shape, or form? Comment below and let me know. And until the next video comes, guys, if you would like to be a part of the Black Critic crew, please hit that subscribe button, like this video if you really enjoyed it, and I'm Tony Wyatt II, the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace YouTube! Oh yeah! I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.